Hey YouTube, hey mommies. So today I'm going to do a quick overview of the Medela breast pump in Style Advance is the one that I have. It's a double pump, double-sided electric pump. So this is what it looks like when you get it. This is one of the bag styles. There's a couple other bag styles, but basically this kind of zips up. But you zip this down, and then this is where your little pump system is. Inside there's a lot of space, if you can see. This little compartment has an ice pack in it, and you can put in about 4 bottles or so just to store it after you're pumping. And then this compartment right here, you can't take out or anything. This is the pump itself. But on top of that, there's lots of spaces. There's an extra pocket in the back. There's a couple side pockets so that you can put, your bottles into if you needed to. So yeah, so that's what it comes. When you get your pack the first time, you want to boil everything to make sure you disinfect everything, get all the chemicals off. The tubes that come with them, you get 2 sets because you have 2 boobs. These do not need to be boiled or ever sanitized. They should never get anything inside of them. This is not going to touch the baby's mouth at all. Nothing that goes through it is going to, get ingested by the babies. So this stuff does not need to be sanitized. So you can just put these off to the side when you're ready to use it. This is what the pump itself looks like, and it comes with, depending on which one you get a couple bottles and everything. So you want to just make sure you boil everything for about 10 minutes. You do want to pull everything apart. It does come pre-assembled, so to show you how to take everything apart, you just take off the breast shield, so that's one part. And then you want to take the valve, it's this yellow part off, and basically you just pull, or you can even twist it off. And then there's this white membrane, and this is what causes the suction. So this, even though it looks a little bit flimsy, this is like one of the most important pieces to your pump. If for some reason, while you start pumping, if you feel like you're not getting enough suction, it might be because this thing is not on correctly. It needs to be flush to the valve, and so when you pump, it like constantly like opens and closes. So this is a very important part. But yeah, so pull it apart and then take all your pieces and then throw it in some boiling water and boil it for about 10 minutes. Then go ahead and let it air dry. When you're ready to use it, to reassemble it, so this thing kind of looks the same from either angle. The bottom just has a big open hole, and that's what the valve will fit into, so that's how you know which one is the bottom. So just take your valve and go ahead and place it in. Doesn't matter which way this open part is faced, it doesn't have to face like with the other opening or backwards or anything. As long as it's on, it'll work. Make sure you take your membrane. If you can see, there's like the one little hole, that's where the little sticking out part of the membrane goes into. So pretty easy. You just push it back in, and as long as it's pretty flush, it'll go ahead and work. Then take the breast shield, put it on the other end, and then that's assembled. Then you want to take your bottle or whatever you're going to be using to collect it, and then go ahead and just screw it on the bottom, and your pump collecting thing is ready to work. As far as your valve goes, so so this end, the end that has that yellow piece on it, it connects into this little hole right behind the pump, like that. It's not going to snap or anything, it just goes in really easily. The side that doesn't have anything, it's actually going to connect to the pump right here. And so there's 2 different holes right here. So if you're going to double pump, then you would use both of your valves and put one on each. But the important thing is when you put it on, you want to make sure to put it on straight in and make sure it's secure. And the most important thing is when you pull it off, you don't want to pull it to the side or pull it back and forth and pull it off. You just want to grab one end and pull it straight out, because you don't want to end up stretching or bending, the plastic here. Otherwise, it's not going to have a good suction here. So as far as if you're going to pump both breasts, then obviously both these little holes are going to get covered by the tube and get connected to 2 of these. If you're only going to pump on one side for some reason, then what you want to do is this yellow membrane right here, you just pull it off. This is just a holding thing for it. It's not, it's not open to anything, but you want to plug the other side that you're not going to be using. Otherwise, when the pump is on, it's going to pump pull air through both of these. And if you don't have one side closed off, the suction's not going to be as strong. So make sure if you're only using on one side, go ahead and close it with this yellow piece that's always connected. If you're not going to use it, the best place to hold it is there's a little hook thingy right here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can just put it on there, and that's how you use it. So I'll kind of show you what it's like to use the pump. So if everything's connected, you want to just go ahead and put it straight to your boob with the nipple in the middle. And I just hold it if I'm doing one side. If you're doing two sides, it does get a little bit difficult. The first time I was using it, I was using my toes to try to turn the knobs and everything. They make great bras that you can kind of put your put the nipple shields into, and they just hold and they get stuck there, and those are perfect because then you'll have both your hands free. So there's one kind that I really like, and you can look on my blog and it'll let you know what the brand is. But otherwise, for one-handed, you just go ahead and put it on your boob, and then what you're gonna do is let's see, hopefully you can see this pretty well. So there's one knob to turn it on, and then there is this button here. So what you first want to do is you want to first turn it on, and if you can tell, it's like suctioning and it's doing very quick little pulses. So these little pulses are mimic, when the baby first latches on, they do quick little sucks. And so this is what happens to get the milk to let down. Once your milk has let down, then what you want to do is press this button right here, and it has a couple drops next to it to signify. And what it's going to do is it's going to cause the suction to get slower and stronger. So longer suck. So like the baby's actually drinking something. So here you go. Hopefully you can hear it. So they're more slow and more drawn out, and this is when it really sucks in all your milk. As far as this dial, it can go and pump really, really strong. Can you hear how strong it's pumping? Or really, really soft. You want to do what's comfortable for you, but you do want to try to get to the strongest setting that's most comfortable for you, because that will cause your boobs to pump a lot more efficiently and you'll get more milk. So the first couple times you're using it, when you don't know how far to turn the knob, what I recommend is turning it till it's a little bit uncomfortable, and then going ahead and turning it a little bit back down until it's comfortable. So that way you're kind of at the max of how hard it needs to pump, and that way you're getting the most milk that you can. Sometimes in the middle, your boob starts to dry out, but there's still milk in there and you need a second letdown. Go ahead and just press the button again. It'll start the baby, first suction things again. And then once your milk starts flowing again through, then go ahead and just press the button again. And then, those long drawn pumps will start again. As far as turning it off, you just take this thing, and then you just turn it to the left, and then it'll turn it off. But actually, I forgot to mention, once you are done pumping, what you want to do is just pull this membrane off and then just let it sit maybe a couple minutes or so. Usually when you pump, there's lots of moisture, and sometimes it can condense in the tube. It's not milk or anything, it's just moisture. And so by letting the tube stay connected to the pump and keep going, it'll get everything in here dry. So you want to make sure everything's dry. Once everything's like clear, you don't see any moisture or anything in it, then go ahead and turn it off. One of the tricks that I found, if you are using one of those suction bra thingies, it does hold the shield really, really close in, and it's kind of hard to maneuver back and forth to take it out of the bra. So when you're done, the best thing you can do is just, if you just pull off this part and leave your shield in, then you won't risk kind of like pulling everything off and everything spilling everywhere. So if you are using one of those bras that keep the breast pumping, just go ahead and pull the top off, set it down, and then go ahead and maneuver this thing out of your bra. And then that way, the first time I did it, I tried to pull this whole thing off and I spilled some milk. It was a sad day. But yeah, so other than that, you'll just unscrew this part again, cap it, put the nipple on, whatever you need, set it aside, put it in the fridge, put it in the cooler, and then go ahead and redisassemble. So nip the shield off, the valve off, the membrane, and then everything goes in to warm soapy water and go ahead and wash it, or if you want to use the Medela micro steam bags, those are really good at cleaning it, or you can boil it like me. I soapy wash everything and then I boil everything again, or I use my microwave steamer thingy. I'm a little bit OCD about germs right now, at least until she's 3 months, especially since it's winter time. But yeah, and then again with the valve, make sure to pull straight out, and then you can go ahead and put everything back in your bag and set it up to use it for next time. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.